Whew. This is topic 3. So I'm here by this overflowing river area. And you can look at that, how muddy that is. But I mean, that is amazing looking. Bet if I came here this time last year, it would be dry. Spring is a time for revival. Must be why we celebrate Easter in spring. This weekend was the perfect weekend for Easter here in Utah, because it'd been snowing pretty bad up until about Wednesday. Thursday it started to warm up, Friday got warmer, Saturday. Now we got here on Sunday. I think it's the warmest it's been in a while. But I mean, look at all this water. That water is good. That water over there is good. I wonder where that is. Oh, I'm coming up here. It seems to be the end of this trail area. Seems to be some construction that they're doing. It means later they'll probably have more. I'm just kind of exploring this area and looking. I got another small stream. There's the pipe the main stream's coming out of. But we see here that it's kind of overflowing. All right. We have this little bit of puddle because apparently it's not coming high enough. And we'll go intake in. That is coming down. It's coming in, but they didn't build the barricade well enough. So it's coming out here too, and it's making this stream that goes down that way and goes that way a bit. And then on this side, all right, the last video I showed you, I think I showed you this area. So we got the pipe, nice little pipe running out, coming down, coming out like that. But then, because they really didn't do it right. They might have done it right. Might have broke because of the amount of snow and all the work they're doing up there. It started coming down off here on the side. And as you can see, because it's mostly mud, this is dirt. I mean, it's mostly compacted mud and dirt here. It's not really tough stuff. It started to make a dip. Right? That dip is not something we made, it's something made by the water. Because it flowed down hard enough to start picking up stuff, and you got what looks like rocks. This is why rivers look the way they do, because the rocks stay, the dirt goes. The stronger the stream, the faster the dirt goes. Smaller rocks also get picked up and go downstream. Some of them break up, and what you're left with are the bigger and the harder rocks and the harder materials. And see, we got this here where it looks like it's a little bit of a rapids kind of formation here. It's because this is tougher than the dirt around it. Not super tough, but it's tougher. Just crossed. Work zone access, so do not enter. I get in trouble if I enter. Normally I don't think I would get in trouble, but I'm getting in trouble because I'm doing this on camera. So that's how you get waterfalls. So you have a stream of some sort, right? And you have water that goes over it, kind of like this, rough, tough water, right? This water is coming out, and then instead of just being smooth and just going down, see this pop up, this kind of upflow right here is because of a rock right in front of it, or right behind it. And the water hits the rock, it pops up because the water can't eat the rock right away. It is deteriorating the rock slowly over time. If it stayed like this for a while, it would eventually, that would stop because the rock would be eaten by the water. And depending on the speed of the water, how fast it eats. Or the rock itself would not get eaten, but all the dirt and ground around it holding it in there would get eaten. And so then you would lose the rock because it would go downstream. As you can see here, there's actually a rock right there. That the water goes up around a bit and then down. So you've got all sorts of different things. I want to go over there. Alright, but like I said, the work access zone. It's got a little bit deeper. And I think this one's not as much because the water level probably was higher. And that's what caused the original stream. And that's how you kind of get layers too. Because you see, if you look here, right, you get the top, and then you have a shelf, and it's a little slanted. It's not a shelf, it's slanted. And then you have the bottom. And even then there's rises in between on the bottom of it. But you notice that the water is no longer flowing on the top shelf. It's because the flow changed. And now the water is deteriorating when it's flowing, but it's not doing anything else to these shelves. So the shelf will be there unless the water rises and starts taking the shelf again. Or underneath the shelf, the water that's still here at this level, right, starts getting eaten this way, and then the shelf will eventually fall. There's a video that a friend of mine posted on Facebook where they're watching the river, the Sacramento River, I think it was, or it might have been one of the rivers before the Sacramento. They live in that area. That they were watching, and they're on the other side of the river, and the river is about 20-30 feet from the top from the ground level, and then you start to see like a little chunk come off the cliffside of a rock fall off and come down into the water, and then you see a couple more rocks, and you see more and more until eventually, like, you just see a whole section go whoosh into the water, and it's like, yeah, be careful. It was a warning video, like, be careful of this stuff. So that looks like there's more water coming out of that pipe than just here. Like, that looks shallower, and it comes out here. I'm not sure why it's here and doesn't come out more, unless this is just something temporary. But considering how you can't really see the end, it looks like it's just actually coming out of the ground. I'm thinking it's more permanent, or this might be like a temporary addition to the permanent part, until they can get more of the construction going on. And we have over here, I don't know, is there some sort of dam? I'm trying to stay on the side of the construction. I didn't see a sign that said you can't come this way. I also didn't see a fence or anything like that, so that's why I'm over here. This thing, which is not entirely built, and that prevents the speed of the water from getting too fast. Like, it breaks it up a bit and chunks it down. You see they got a bunch of rocks here. I don't know if this water is stagnant. It looks stagnant. Doesn't look like this water is flowing anywhere. I suspect that these two areas are supposed to be combined at one point. This over here, that over there. And there's supposed to possibly be some sort of man-made lake up there. I don't know. I don't know the plans. I don't look into that stuff. I also don't live here, so it's not up to me to be like, I wonder what they're doing in my local area. Don't really care. Okay. So I think it's time to go back. It's about 8 minutes into this video. The videos were a little bit longer, but that makes sense. It's been a bit. I love it when dirt does this. See this? Not that part, I stepped there. But this pattern, this weird looking pattern, I love that. And that's because it's silt that kind of gets picked up when the water's flowing faster, like it is over there. And then when it gets closer, it slows down and the silt gets kind of dropped off. But it kind of, because it's still flowing, kind of makes it flow and look like that. And it still picks pieces of it up because it's still flowing and drops it off elsewhere. But when it's slow, it's very thin amount of water, it's not thick. It looks like that. That is great. I love those patterns. Okay. Well, there's my 3 talks. I hope you enjoyed them. And I know I don't want anybody to be upset about me about my topics or my talking, but people are going to be upset. Nothing I can do about it except say, hey, I'm just speaking my mind. Trying to speak what I believe to be the truth. Because you know what? There's only one truth. Believe what you want. But there's in reality only one truth. Okay. Video topic 3, we're out. Bye.